Hey, it's Shabes! Viz Media shared a video that wasn't made by them, but I would speculate they were compulsed into posting because they're owned by the Hitotsubashi Group. It was an anti-piracy ad from the government of Japan and ABJ, who I'm pretty sure produced the ad. It was not received well, featuring several manga that have never been brought to the United States, and asking you to support them through official channels like ABJ. Except, how can you ask folks to read them officially when they aren't available officially? This is an unpopular message for fans, and they were all too eager to shoot the messenger. The ad had me curious to just how many of these manga and anime are available. I mean, it's wicked easy to cherry pick like I just did, but what happens when you consider the whole? So I was able to identify every manga shown in the video, about 115 of them, and I'd like to just quickly run through them and answer a few questions. Can I purchase this manga legally? Let's just stick with whether I can buy it on Amazon as a baseline. And if it's out of print secondhand, it must be affordable. If yes, can I read all of this series? And if no, is there an English translation by fans? And how is that going as of 2026? Because if there's no demand for this title even from them, there's probably not much piracy going on for those titles to begin with. Unfortunately, I won't be factoring in the actual quality of any of these official releases. That is simply too vast and opinionated a subject for us to tackle here. Also, if you want my actual take on piracy, I have talked about it already in this video and this video. Okay, I don't want to make this too long, so let's get going. Astro Boy, yes. Perman, no. Not even fans have touched this one. Yes, it appears so. Surprisingly short. Yes, and it's getting released right now. This was also one of Viz's earliest releases in the 80s. There's not much of a fan version either, which makes this quite valuable work. Oh, hell no! And fans have only just begun work on it, so there's not much demand anyway. Yes, technically, but absolutely not all of it. It's the longest continuous manga of all time. Fans obviously haven't gotten that far either. Yes, technically. Only a curated selection in old bilingual editions. Fans seem to be further along, but still behind. Yes, except it seems to just be the greatest hits. The old Tokyo Pop release is way out of print. No, definitely not. Fans appear to be caught up with it, though. It's a shame about the hiatus. No, and fans don't seem to be biting either. Yes. Okay, obviously not all of it, but there appears to be some recent listings on Amazon. I don't even know if these are legit, though. It's not nothing, but considering how long the series is, it might as well be nothing. Fans seem almost caught up. Yes. Yes. Yes, digital only, but none of the sequels which outnumber the original. Yeah. Yes, but only just coming out now. I don't know how far they'll get. Fans have finished it. Yes, digital only, but very far behind. Yes, finally. Yes, obviously. Okay, so the ad listed a ton of Mitsuru Adachi series to meme about how all his characters look the same. They even include both twin brothers from Touch, which is the only manga they name 2 characters from. However, only Cross Game has ever been brought to the US. No, 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 no. But there must be some dedicated Adachi fans out there because all of those have been translated. After this, the ad runs through a bunch of anime, which is a particularly odd segment because most of these anime are adaptations of manga or something else, like Shin-chan and Ghost in the Shell, and technically Patlabor, though that one was a media mix. Yes, the origin manga is 2. No, and that one stings because Viz apparently dropped the manga. Yes, the manga too. No, neither the anime nor the manga, but the fans still appear to be active. The manga is partially, the anime is partially, fans have attempted both partially. No. I wish. At least Futariwa is, yeah. Yes, so is the manga. Yes, so is the novel. Yes, so is the light novel. Yes, so is Digimon the movie, and the manga. Yes, but they're still behind, and it's been over 10 years. To Viz's credit, Part 7 is the first time the manga is releasing alongside its anime counterpart, but fans remain further ahead with Parts 8 and 9. Hell yes! Yes, but mostly on Kindle. Yes, in color. No way, Jose. And fans have stalled on Volume 6. There's been some, but not all of it. But fans seem to have done a sizable chunk, if not most of it. Yes. This is only 11 volumes behind out of 107. I'll give that to them. No, furthest fans got was chapter 14 from almost 10 years ago. Yes, but only the original series. The sequel, which has now been running longer than the original, was never picked up in English. Fans are almost caught up. Yes. No, but fans have made it all the way. Yes, but mostly just the original series. The sequel wasn't picked up. The fans are basically caught up in English. Oddly, no, but fans have finished it. No? I hadn't even heard of this one before, and apparently there's a listing on Amazon for just Volume 6? Kinda sketchy. Fans, however, have heard of this one. All 66 volumes are done. Yes. Yes. Yes, but they're brutally behind. Baki is 155 volumes combined, and fans appear to be caught up with it. I am so glad we have some of Part 1. I never thought I would see a Fukumoto work in the United States. That said, it's not even close to all of it. Fans are caught up. Yes! Yes! A lot, but not all of it. Fans don't seem to be fully up to date either. Hell no! Only last year did it start getting chipped away at by fans. Yes. Yeah. Yes, but physical seems to stop at volume 17. The rest is digital only. Yes. Yeah. About time. But they only just started. They have a long way to go to catch up to the fans. Yes. 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 Yes, but only digital. Yes, but only digital. Yes. No. Now, here's one I didn't see anyone speaking English complaining about being unavailable, because I don't think anyone knew about it. I hadn't either. The first chapter was picked up by a fan, I kid you not, a month ago, and this manga has been going for 93 volumes and counting. Yes, but both official and fans are behind. Okay, rapid fire time. Yes, 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 digital only for now. Yes, yes, yes. No, but fans, yes. Yes. Yes, as far as I can tell, so is the light novel. Yes, 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 but they're behind. Yes, but they're behind. Yes, 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 but they're behind. Yes, pretty much. Yes, pretty much. And then to be thorough, I went frame by frame and used the ending copyright screen to suss out the last few titles. Yes, 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 no! Tragic. This is the manga that excellent live-action series of the same name is from, which is also not licensed, but it is fan-subbed. Unfortunately, fans are way too behind. I'm pretty sure this is Rin. No, but yes. I'm pretty sure this is Kakushigoto. Yes, digital only. With some help, this appears to be Juhan Shutai. No, and fans haven't either. My guess would be Genshiken? Yes, but digital only. Yes. This one's tough to really pin down which Fujiko Fujio manga this is supposed to be, because it's a separate copyright from Fujiko Pro. I'm going to guess it's their biographical manga called Manga Michi, which is not licensed nor translated by fans. Blue Period seems to be in there. Yes. And lastly, it's either Alice in Borderland or Zom 100. Yes or yes. In the end, out of 115 manga and some anime, 24 of them can't be purchased. And of those you can, an additional 18 you can't read all of. So over a third of these manga featured aren't the best fit for a Western-based anti-piracy ad. But for what it's worth, a third of those inaccessible manga don't even have fans translating it themselves, arguing there's not even much demand there. I obviously have a bias as someone who works in the anime business, but I would like to take a closer look at the selection of manga featured here to give more food for thought. The ad seems to have chosen these manga based on a few factors. Firstly, they must have been limited to the titles ABJ had access to. What stood out to me with this ad wasn't the audacity of it, but why was it missing Joe and Guts? Or any works by Go Nagai, or Masami Kurumada, or Junji Ito. It may be possible that ABJ didn't have those rights, or just didn't reach out to those copyright holders. Here is their participant list, which you can see includes big publisher companies like Shueisha, Shogakukan, Kodansha, and Kadokawa, but also many smaller companies. Consider also, if the manga is independently produced, it might not be associated with ABJ either. That would loop into the other deciding factor, which is simply success or notoriety. The characters are named and arranged by the lyrics of the song that was produced for this ad. Which is why you have a couple odd choices, like including honorifics for Lum and Maruko to rhyme with Arale-chan and Conan, and to call the characters One Punch Man and Chainsaw Man instead of Saitama and Denji. Not to scrutinize this artist's taste, it's just interesting how out of these 115 titles, there's only 21 female characters named, and only 6 titles that come from girls' or women's manga magazines. And those happen to be the titles English fans seem most upset at Viz for ignoring, either by not licensing them or doing smaller print runs. What, no Oscar? No Usagi? No Haruhi? No Sana? No Makino? No Toru? No Kuno? These are pretty popular manga that are being pirated too, right? I don't want to make this about which manga was featured or not, but this ad that was targeted for a domestic and international audience accidentally makes the bias against shoujosei all the more obvious. Demographic isn't the only notable thing here, though. There's a rift in genre, age, and length. If you tally the number of volumes or books of these series and split them into 2 camps, licensed and unlicensed, it's almost dead even. There's a lot more titles in this column, but almost half of the manga in this column are over 40 volumes long. The licensed column is snapping up more manga that are shorter, which is better diversification, but if the series is older and therefore has run longer, you're probably out of luck. The ones that get hit hardest of these are sports manga. Almost half of the unlicensed column are sports, and the other long-running titles are hyper-masculine seinen like Golgo, Mogura no Uta, Sakigake Otokojiku, and Kaiji. And it shouldn't surprise you that only over a quarter of these manga ever came out after the year 2000, compared to exactly 2/3 of this other column. These are all well-known observations about the American manga business, so I'm not pretending that this is some new revelation. I simply find it notable to see it represented in an ad like this. Last, I went and made a few collages of the different groups just for a better representation of these categories. These are the series you can purchase and read the entirety of, regardless of fan translation. Lack of accessibility for these titles would not, by itself, be a justification for piracy of these titles. These are series which you can purchase partially, but not read the entirety of. However, there doesn't seem to be much of a demand for a fan substitute for these titles. 2 of them are being released right now, so I really encourage you support them. And for these 2 long runners, I just hope fans can at least share and enjoy what little we have already gotten from them, because it's not entirely productive to blame official companies for something that you won't even bother to do yourself, at least when compared to these next series. These are series you can purchase partially, but not read the entirety of yet. However, there is a thriving fan alternative and demand for their completion. So it's up to both official licensors to capitalize on that demand, and on consumers to support that official release if they want more of it. Although I understand it's simply not that simple. These are series you cannot purchase at all, but fans have almost completely filled the gap instead. This is the most damning collection for companies like Viz. There is clearly demand for these titles, and the narrative shouldn't merely be that official channels are being stolen from. They are also leaving money on the table. I know the manga business isn't a charity, and they can't license everything just for the sake of having it available. But they don't have much other reason to not license these other titles than their own judgment of how successful these manga might do. And they shouldn't blame fans for pirating them if they don't give consumers a chance to start with. Finally, these are series you not only can't purchase at all, but as far as I can tell, fans have little demand for them anyway. That doesn't mean there's no demand, and for some of these manga, it might just be a case of you don't know what you don't know. Personally, I think all manga and anime deserve a chance to be appreciated and respected all over the world with a good translation, and an official release is often the best opportunity you can give these manga. You give them that chance. The chance to deliver the feelings and messages they were drawn for in the first place. And that's about all I want to say about it. Let me know what you think and what I got wrong, because with the sheer quantity of manga, I would not be surprised I got something mixed up. And if you liked this breakdown, consider joining my Patreon, where you can find more of my creative output. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again.